What's up, you guys? Hey, so it's been a couple weeks since I've made a video. Yeah, I know I'm trying to get one out every week if I can, but we've got so much rain in the past about week and a half that grass was horrible. Mosquitoes out here are horrible. I got my thermocell on me right now and it's actually working pretty good, but I've had a lot of stuff going on anyway. I got the yard knocked down. Now it's time to go ahead and do this other video. So I've actually done a review before on my SIGHTMARK WRAITH scope. Okay, so 2x16x28. I've already done a review on that, but I think I kind of missed some things, or maybe I didn't explain enough over them. I'm going to show you some more footage of it during the day, during the night, its capabilities, kind of go over what I've noticed since I've had it, what you can do. To me, it actually exceeds what they say it can do. And I'll tell you what I mean about that here in a minute. So let's get on to the video. All right, y'all, first things first, how much did I pay for this? 450 bucks. That's what I paid for it last year. I actually bought it off Amazon. I was looking on Amazon last week because I want to buy another one, and they were still $450. I've seen them as high as $550 on other sites. I won't mention them, but I think it's kind of crazy how much they're marking it up. It's a little bit silly. But anyway, 450 bucks. What came with the scope? Well, you actually get your day-night scope and you get your IR light. The scope itself, what powers the scope? Well, if you look right here, it actually is powered right here with 4 AA batteries. Now, I don't have the box in front of me. I don't remember that well. There's certain batteries that tell you not to use. I don't remember if it's a lithium or rechargeable or whatever. It tells you in the box. I'm not going to bore you with those. I always just use Duracell. Duracell has always been my battery of choice. They've always worked better for me than Energizers. If you're using this scope, if you're playing around with it, coming out and sighting it in, cutting it on, cutting it off, messing with it a little bit, you'll get about 4 hours, what it tells you on the box, and that's true. You'll get about 4 hours. If you leave this thing on continuous, you're going to get around 2 hours. So if you're out hunting at night, or if you're doing a day hunt and you just leave it on, that way it's ready to go when something comes out, push the button and record. 2 hours is all you're going to get, and that really is. But there's a simple fix to that. So right here on the side, if you'll look where your SIM card goes, it's got a little rubber cap right here, weather cap. There's actually a power inlet right there. And in that power inlet, let me show you right here, take it out of my pocket. I actually just bought, I shouldn't say just bought, I bought one of these little phone chargers, these cheap little phone chargers off Amazon for $30. And you can just plug your cord from here right to here. And I have left this running all night. I say all night, it's about 8 hours. And this thing was only down to 60%. So it really doesn't draw that much power off of these. These are just one of these small ones that can charge a phone, you know, up to 2 times. Pretty good deal right there. And I actually had seen that on a video somebody had made. Called customer service and said, hey, is this legit? Is this going to void my warranty? And they told me 100% yes, you can do that. That's why we did it. They actually sell a mountable on your rail here or on top of your scope, a battery pack. It's $100, and it does the same thing that these do for 30 bucks. So your choice. If you want SIGHTMARK match everything, there you go. The scope here in the front, you have now on this model, the big brother, the 4x32 by 50, I believe is what it is. It doesn't come with this. So this has just a little lens cover, is spring actuated. Comes on, snaps back on, stays with the scope itself. Here you have the quick focus right here. This eyepiece. Whoo, the eyepiece. I don't like the eyepiece. I really don't. I just, because I don't like having my eye just confined in that little rubber boot there. So I actually, the only reason I have it on now is just to show you guys. Now, I do keep it in my backpack because there has been some times, God, these mosquitoes are killing me. There have been some times where the sun was in my eye and I was having to do some squinting. Actually had to kind of pull my hat over, but very rare. You're looking through a TV screen. This isn't a glass optic where you're trying to make sure your eye relief is perfect and where you can get on the crosshairs and you can see right through the scope perfectly. You're looking at a TV screen. So as long as you can look in there, I mean, I'll tell you right now, I put my face up to it. You know, I'm right here. This is where I'm at. You can see how far my face is, and I see just fine. It's literally looking through a little TV screen. Inside the scope, what do you have? You have 10 different reticle settings with 9 different colors. Well, my favorite is the triangle. and you'll see it in the video here in a little bit if you hadn't seen it already. That's my favorite, but you have typical MOA, you have just the dot. I mean, you have, like I said, 10 different choices, which are all pretty cool. So again, like I've said before, this is a digital scope, okay? You can, it's right now, it's a 2 power, you can bring it up to 16 power. When you start getting around past that 8 into the 10, 12, 14, 16, it kind of pixelates. It really does. The reason I chose the 2x16 is because it's field of view. When you're at 2 power, it's field of view is you just get a lot more. You can see a lot more. Now, of course, the Big Brother is going to have a little bit, more of a zoom on it. But I like starting off with that two zoom, or that 2 times magnification. You'll see just a better field of view. And again, I'm going to show you all that, from 2 all the way up to 16, and show you what it actually looks like. As far as operating this thing, getting into the settings, man, look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You don't have to have a college degree, be a rocket scientist to get in here. They make it very, very simple to the settings. Go to different saved gun modes, which it has 5 of those. So this thing, you can put this on 5 different guns and save your settings, okay? I used to have this on my 17. If you guys been watching our videos last year, I was doing some night hunting with the coons. I took it off here, put it on here, sighted it in, took this off, put it on my 17, and I was still within 1.5 inch group. Now, of course, things are going to change when you take it off. Nothing's going to be perfect, but you can save your weapon up to 5 different guns you can save in here. So if I wanted to take it off this, put it on another gun, save the setting, I can do that. It is rated up. This particular one is rated up to a 308. If I was using it on a 308 with not any kind of a muzzle brake, I'm not saying it wouldn't do it. I would think, I'm the kind of person, if it's rated up to, I don't think I'd ever try to hit the max. I'd try to stay under. However, my 308 with that muzzle brake, there's absolutely no recoil. So, that's what I'm fixing to order another one for, is my 308. There is no audio in this, which, it's pretty good. You only hear a bunch of breathing and gunfire anyway. Again, in the video, one of the night videos I show you when I took a shot, the gun really had no recoil, but you can still, it really stays well on the target, and you can see the night vision. The IR light is your weak point. The bigger, the better the IR light, the further you're going to see. It'll say on the package, on the specs when you buy it, 200 feet or 200 yards. But like the video shows, that I'm going to show you, 143 yards, and you can see well past it. And this is just with this IR light. Now the batteries in this IR light, I don't even remember the name of them, C20s or something like that. I know I should probably be real technical with them, but these batteries right here, I screwed up. I really don't know how long they'll last. I've only had to replace them once because I screwed up and left them on one night when I was hunting. Woke up the next morning and they were dead. But what I like to do is I'll leave this running at night with the input, power input, the little external battery, and I'll have it running the whole time. And just, if I think I see something, just click that on and see if there's anything out there. It has 3 modes in it: day mode, night mode, and it's a green light. I really don't know what it is. I'll be honest with you, and I may sound stupid. I really don't know what it is. It's a green mode, and again, I'll show you. It changes everything green. It may be just low light, but what I can tell you as far as low light, when you're in day mode and it's pretty dark outside, like truly dark, you can barely see your feet or say at 100 yards. This thing really grabs light, and it really, projects it to that screen in there. I was surprised about how much light it was putting through the scope of what you're seeing versus what's actually out there. So it's pretty impressive. Now, I will say, the darker it is, the better the IR works. And most of you guys probably know that if you do any kind of a night vision IR. The darker it is, the further you see, the better it is. If you've got ambient light coming from somewhere or something like that, it can actually throw it off a little bit. It has a sleep mode. I should have read this because I didn't even know that. I just got so happy, thought I knew everything, put it together, ready to roll. You hold the down button for 4 seconds and it goes into sleep mode, which all it does means that the minute you push the center button, the power button, it fires up pretty quick. But it actually fires up pretty quick when it's not on and you push the button, a couple seconds and it's on. Now, if you want that little bit quicker of coming on because you got the animals out there, you don't want to miss it, you can try the sleep mode. Your battery compartment, it screws in, it's got a gasket around it, it's pretty watertight. Your compartment here, or your little spot here for your SD card and your external power, that rubber seal. I mean, if you splash it, if it's outside raining a little bit, it's not raining real hard, water's not going to get in it, but of course you don't want to drop this thing, you know, underwater, because that's not watertight. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and show you some footage of it through the scope down there at the target right now, from 2 to 16 zoomies, as Hootie Hoo says. Then I'll go put it on night mode, which turns everything black and white, show you what it looks like when you zoom in, zoom out. I'll show you the green mode, low light mode or something like that. I really don't know too much about it. I probably should, making a video, but whatever, I'm being honest with you. And then I'll show you some night vision, what it looks like at night. And then when we get back, I'm going to give you a little tip that I really think will help you when you're sighting this thing in, because it can be a pain in the butt, and I'll explain that here in a minute. The video is awesome. I've had an A10. It isn't that clear. I'm going to say that for me, it wasn't that clear. Now you saw as I zoomed in more how it would pixelate. It's a digital scope. It's what's going to happen. So my comfort zone is around the 6, maybe the 8. And especially after I get it sighted in, and that's where I like to stay. The night vision, I just don't think you get no better than that for $450. Sure, it could be better, and there are better out there, but you're going to pay for it. But for $450, you're going to go out and do a hog hunt or any kind of varmint hunt or something? Man, I mean, you really can't beat it. Now, I will say this. It is a little bit heavy. I didn't say that a while ago. I forgot to tell you. Don't know the exact weight. I will put it right up here on the screen. If you take this, it puts a little bit of weight on it. Get it back here. Of course, I don't have this tightened all the way down. I'm just trying to show you that the weight distribution. It is a little heavy. It's not that heavy. Just know it's going to add a little bit weight on the back, and obviously with the IR light makes it a little heavier too. All right, y'all. So I told you I was going to give you a little tip on how you can sight these in. This tip worked for me. It may work for you. It may not. I don't know. I used a red reticle, and as most people do, I usually shoot those shoot and sees, and I was losing it on the center. Okay. For some reason it would bounce all around, and I would think it's there, and it was just kind of hard. So I went to night mode, and it changes everything to black and white, and it made a huge difference. Make sure you have a white piece of paper down there, whatever it is, white background, and make your target, I wouldn't say no more than 2 inch, something dark. That way when it flips over to day night mode, that's all you're seeing with your colored reticle. It makes a ton of difference. I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now, what it looks like. All right, so you see the difference. It's a lot easier. It is for me. It may not be for you, but a lot easier for me to keep it on target, which saves rounds, because ammo is just freaking crazy right now. All right, y'all. So hey, that is it. That's the review on the SIGHTMARK WRAITH 2x16x28. Now, I missed some stuff on the first time I did this review, and I felt like I didn't kind of go over enough of it. I hope I covered anything you guys have some questions or concerns about. If there's anything else you want to know, feel free to throw me some comments down there, and I will get you an answer on this scope, as many others who are doing reviews on this scope. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I checked today, I think we're like at 930. Man, that is a huge goal for me. I didn't ever think I'd ever get close to 1,000 when I first started, and it's slowly coming along, and it's because you guys. We appreciate you very much if you subscribed. If you haven't already, and if you like what you see, go check out some of our other videos, and if you like those, subscribe. Help us out. Share our channel. We're trying to grow. Don't forget to go to our H.A.B channel where we have raffles. We sell shirts, hats, cups, and all that is to promote the channel. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we may back off on the raffles a little bit because all that was to raise money to get stuff to review and do other things. But we're always going to have our shirts and our hats and custom tumblers for sale. So appreciate you guys. All right, y'all. Hey, I really do hope I answered any questions on this SIGHTMARK Wraith. Again, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you and give you some answers. I appreciate y'all watching this video. And just like always, every chance you get, wet a line, let an arrow fly, put some rounds down range. See you next time.